Things will happen. Two-piece on the back line will stop a rocket shot from First Killer. Wavy off the ceiling. Talk cannot go.
Yeah, two-piece. So reliable back there. Last back. That was not an easy shot to stop. A lot of pace on that ball. Made it look easy.
Oh, Kofer. Back over to LJ. He doesn't get a bounce. Really favorable for him. A gentleman's demo between Wavy and Kofer. And a change-up shot from LJ. They thought they were getting heat, but they got nothing but ice.
And this is so close to being blocked. You can see the trail of the ball changes to orange at the last second. I don't know if you see that on your screen, Jorby, but that's what I saw.
It did look like it changed to orange.
It was so close to being blocked.
I'd have to look at it one more time to be sure, but I mean, LJ does just go with pace on that ball. And for sure, we're talking about at least an attempted save there. Instead, he just lets the ball get to his nose and kill the momentum of the ball to keep the height on it to beat the challenge. Nice stuff from LJ. And continues to deliver, James. Talking about him being such a great player here. How about a nasty double big from First Killer? He just ended their entire family line.
Well, this one's gonna be in a montage. Talk to us. See you later.
That is, they run into each other. First Killer all smiles on that one. You know what, James? Sometimes we get that classic Rocket League moment. You know, something like that would have happened in like season 3. You know,
that's going to be one of those things, Jorby, where it's just going to be used in the intro of some future trailer. There's no name tags, but the real ones will know when that happened and who that was. Comical little team bump.
You gotta love the little things. This game gives you everything. LJ, easy shot that was denied. Two-piece has a little bit of space. Talk in the area. So tough to cover Rebellion in these thirds. They've been so quick to the ball on defense. Redacted actually getting tied up, deleting third man. Create a little bit more pressure. Talk reading First Killer. Gopher comes right back with a rip off the ceiling. First Killer dropper, and it took a little time for LJ to get there. Too much time.
First Killer is reminding you too that he's got that killer instinct as well, going for a fake in that situation. And I mean, to score a goal like that, that is such a boost to the morale of your own team and a huge hit to the psyche of your opponents.
Nope, First Killer, nothing. But Rebellion have the midfield line. Building a little bit more pressure. First Killer opts to not take the 50. Gives Kofer a chance to move this across. Redacted are having some trouble. Two-piece has no boost. He's getting harassed on the back line as well. But one touch keeps them out of trouble, and Redacted get out of a really tough spot.
I mean, if Wavy shoots that at goal, I think it's wide open. Kofer had committed quite heavily going for a team bump. Wavy's hitting it a little too quickly. But still, Redacted very much in this one.
What a dunk from Two-piece. Wavy has to wait. That came out with a little bit of heat. Not the touch he wanted. He'll still fake that one. And if that shot's a little better, First Killer is on the bottom. Now he's on the front. Hard flick. Good save from Talk. LJ up quickly. Wavy there to meet him, but LJ wins the bout. First Killer wins the goal. Rebellion up by 2.
Too much to deal with. First Killer, the flick was deadly. LJ's speed gives him another look on the ball. Just puts it on target. That's all he needs to do. And Rebellion look to have locked in game 4.
Redacted, wheels falling off the wagon. Looks so strong to start the series. Really so strong to start the day. Now Wavy's got to move it downfield. He's got Talk. Talk off the ceiling. Not exactly how they wanted it. Two-piece was pretty far up there considering where the defense was. And LJ just stole the ball again. Wavy avoided the bump.
And Talk just taking that away from Wavy. Almost looking like an autopilot play. What is happening?
Thought he was going to somehow 50 that in the net. Not going to happen though, James. Rebellion trying to right any wrongs that they had early on in the tournament and trying to solidify themselves as a Boston contender on their way to the grand final.
And they are looking like the top dog right now, Jorby. I mean, you know, I'm not I'm not trying to predict the future, but it really feels like we are going to get a Shopify Rebellion versus NRG rematch. And, you know, I think in the rematch, that would be quite interesting. Shopify Rebellion showing such great form, even internationally. You know, and they did not have the best showing yesterday, but you heard a little bit from Kofer on a new setup. Didn't really have time to get settled. But now, even in this series, on the day, Kofer having more time to settle, LJ continuing to play at an insanely high level. And now you're starting to get that first killer activity, Jorby. And when first killer gets active and LJ is playing like he is, it is no surprise that Rebellion are on match point.
Yeah, first killer with 700 points even in that game. And, you know, first killer throughout the years, he has routinely, if not been at the top of either goals per game in North America or score per game in North America, or both at the very top. And he's still, I think, the only person who was beating him, I'd have to look at it again, but he was number 2 coming into this tournament. But he's averaging well over 430 score per game, which is a ridiculous score number to be consistently producing at this level. I think the average is around 340, 330 is the average RLCS average in North America. The first killer always finds his way to the top. He is so productive on the ball. And now
he's a top
they
dog.
just need to be productive for 5 more minutes, James.
Yeah, he is a top dog. And I mean, that play, I would love to go back and look at the face cams of Redacted when first killer hit that fake, forced the team bump, that comical goal. You know, the smiles from first killer as well on that. When he's confident, you know, things look pretty grim. If you're the other team, that is.
Let's see how it goes for Redacted. They had some good looks early on in game 4 and just could not stop this Rebellion defense. They've been able to get Redacted a lot on offense, but their quickness on defense, what really has set them apart, at least for me. What can Redacted do to actually break through this quick defensive line of Rebellion? The midfield, Kofer gets bumped around, but he does not care. They've got tons of time to get back. 2-piece, looking for a bump, pass, Wavy can't get there. LJ again, quickness is his best friend.
Yeah, quickness with 0 boost somehow. Gets the job done, though. Now first killer, the reset, pushing it forward. I mean, you saw the ball cam on that one as well.
Yeah, I got dizzy looking at that. Somehow he just gets a perfect touch, of course. The first killer actually got red early here. And one more touch actually put everyone on Redacted having to reposition. LJ downfield, didn't get the boost, get deleted. Might be the only way they can get through him. Kofer gets bumped as well. Maybe he's just in a tough spot. Doesn't have a lot of boost here. So, you know, you get 1 or 2 bumps just to get a possession, and then Talk has to chase LJ down.
And Kofer doing so well to get the ball and the boost. Nice 50 as well. The patience is there.
First 2 minutes goes without too much fanfare. All the shots in the game were belonging to Redacted. That was Rebellion's first shot of game 5. Wavy try to drill that ball in the 50, but first killer times his flip perfectly to skirt it out to the side. First killer goes again, but it's dropped straight to 2-piece, up high. No Wavy around. He's back at the midfield line. Sees the space. Catch flick. LJ quickness again. Will not give Wavy any time to think about a flick or anything else.
Redacted, though, are looking very good. Wavy at the forefront of these attacks. Lands another bump as well. LJ out of boost.
And just so much time for Rebellion to get reset. Talk is the whole way downfield, but first killer's the one up for this ball. LJ screens around to the side, and that was about as open as the net has looked. First killer was sitting at the top of the box, but I don't know if he was going to get to an on-target shot to the near post, James. That might have been a chance there that Redacted couldn't put on target.
Yeah, Redacted has been doing such a good job, though, even though they weren't able to convert on that. So much possession.
Oh, Redacted, we're in a little bit of trouble there, but a nice demo from Wavy. Kofer returns the favor. 2-piece, doesn't care. He's got a couple 50s. Nice little pop, but his teammate Talkie left the play. Wavy was coming in to support. Wavy dropped the Talk off the bar.
Wow.
And a deep third here for 2-piece. This first killer runs it himself, pops it. That's off the bar. LJ, no!
So close. First killer, it looked like he hit a highlight reel shot, and then LJ as well couldn't get it now. One off the bar twice, it goes in. Redacted catch a break.
Redacted hit the bunker buster. Look at the power of this shot from Talk.
It hit the
And
crossbar
barely lifted his
twice.
car for it.
When you love hitting the crossbar so much, you hit it twice in one shot, and it goes in.
Insane speed for Talk there. And he got a double Kofer. Gets the save. I thought the rebound was grabbed there by Rebellion. I didn't think it was going to turn into a shot opportunity. But Redacted late in life on tournament point. Drop down, first killer. Ball taken away. Good 50 from Wavy, but Kofer just diving in, James. Quickness again, buying them a little bit of time. Talk didn't have boost. Two-piece does. Two-piece dropper. First killer, no boost, no problem.
Gets the stop, but Rebellion's gonna need more than a stop. Does get that corner boost spawning at the perfect time. Maybe first killer can work.
Extra touch. Almost was enough for a saucy rebound. But things stay dry for now for Redacted, holding on to this 1-goal lead. Rebellion getting back on offense. That pop-up leaves LJ on the ground. He sees Talk, eyes it up, avoids the bump and gets the save. Kofer keeps the rebound tight. First killer right behind him as Wavy tries to stop his attack. Wavy, not a lot of boost, but he's got the 50. Here come Redacted for the free goal. Rebellion sent the house at the end of the game, and Redacted are alive in the series.
You've got to. First killer getting 50 there. It's set up on a silver platter, the shot for Talk. Talk, also the one who blasted that shot. The double crossbar bouncing in. And Redacted, they survive. They live on.
What a return here for Redacted. Able to build a lot more pressure on offense. Rebellion could not get it done. And still, somehow Redacted are